What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Inform Felix, and probably the best card or the most appealing card in Team of the Week 6, which says something that it's an 84 rated striker. Felix obviously is one of the youngsters. He was bought at just a stupid amount of money last season, and we didn't really see too much from him. We managed to get a couple of special cards, which we'll have a look at generations at the end, but we have got his first Team of the Week Inform in Team of the Week 6, and currently it is extinct at 300k. You can still find them. I found mine one. It took about 5 minutes to try and get, and then obviously you've got to try and beat all the bots to try and snipe him, which can be a mission and a half, but you sometimes can get lucky. Will his price go up with him being extinct? More than likely, but what we do see is kind of like an influx in him going up in price to say 500k, and then normally if he's not as desirable as people want and people just want the profit, we find that it comes down very quickly. I have been bit so many times buying an extinct player, waiting for the price increase and then listing them up too high. Before then the hour's over, obviously he's gone underneath the extinct price, which you may as well have just sold at. But with him, I feel like he's not going to be packed that much. With the Team of the Week this week, I don't feel like it's amazing, so there's always got to be one player who's harder to get than the rest. I feel like Felix could be that guy. He's the most expensive and probably, like I say, the most desirable. So let's go into his in-games, see what he's all about. So if we do take a look at Felix, he is a 5-star skiller with the 4-star weak foot. Very nice straight off the bat right there. 5'11", medium work rates, and he's got a lean build. He's pretty much pointing towards a very nice striker, not too tall that he's kind of lost all of that pace, but then obviously he's not too big, knowing that he's going to just have strength and that's it. So we do know that he is a very well-rounded striker to an extent. He is only an 84, so there's still plenty of room to improve for him, and I think that's one thing that you've got to remember with him. He's not going to be amazing straight off the bat. Felix is a sort of card, because he's only 81 centre forward to start with, he needs a few informs to get him going. Obviously if we started with an 85 and 86 Felix, then the first inform could look at some pretty good money. Being an 84, I still think he needs just them few more ratings above to really put him into the category of a Werner, of a Martial, people who are gold already and still better or just as good as this card. In terms of obviously his stats, we've got pace at 82 and 86 for acceleration, sprint speed, nothing too amazing, but we can whack a hunter on him and really kind of juice that up to 94 pace, and we have got 85 shooting, which I think is a good stat, especially on a base card. If we was to whack a hunter on that, we get 94 pace like I said and 92 shooting. It does mean we don't get anything else, but his dribbling's already pretty high up there with 85 composure, which is a big green tick in my book. We've got 88 and 83 agility balance, 86 then dribbling, reactions and ball control. For me, I don't think you need to touch the dribbling right now. I feel like Hunter is 100% the way to go. It is 83% of the votes out of 109 people. For me, that is a no-brainer that would be the chem style to go with. It does turn him into an 88 rated striker and obviously juices them two stats up amazingly. He does have 80 shot power, 79 stamina, 84 jumping. In terms of strength, not really anything. With a lean build, I don't expect him to be madly overpowered in terms of holding people off. If you're coming up against a Virgil and you're going one-on-one, your best thing to do, skill him. Don't go head to head with him, don't go shoulder to shoulder, because he'll probably win every single time. Unless you get that EA bounce, there's no way that Zhao is winning that fight. Even against some of the big centre backs that are like someone like a Ramos or a Varane, they've got too much strength for him, in my opinion. But anyway, let's get into some gameplay and see what he did. So with Zhao, I think he's a very quick player. In terms of kind of passing, skill moves and just overall ability, very quick on the ball, and it's the one thing I really like, because if you can kind of get them turns and use them to your advantage, you can really kind of maneuver the ball very quickly with him. And some players, especially, you'll see a clip of a kind of a Ribery spin, a McGeady spin, whatever you want to call it, which it was just there. It's so quick. I'm so used to some players spending absolutely ages on that turn, and even he can cross a ball right there. Lovely ball into Werner. Luckily the defender did manage to kind of get him first, but he's got the versatility. I feel like he could play wings. Obviously, I wouldn't say that's his most effective position, but he definitely could play wings if you really wanted him to. You could probably put him as maybe like a cam wing. I feel like if he went straight out left and right, might not be as effective, but if you went with that kind of cam left, what is it, the 4-2-3-1? No, the 4-2-3-1. You could kind of go left or right cam, and he could have an impact, to be honest. He really could. He's got the ability, he's got the moves. Maybe, yes, with like another increase in his rating, maybe an 86, 87 Felix could really be the one. He's got the ability, he's got the talent, and overall just a nice player to play with. He's one of them names that we got in Future Star last year, and he was decent, but by the time that came out, it was done. But going into the overall, as we can see, Extinct at 300k, I don't think there's going to be any on the market all of tonight, and potentially could be increased during rewards or just before rewards, and then we'll see where he does go to. In terms of everything else though, I think he's well built. It's nice traits outside of the foot shot. Unfortunately, we don't have the finesse, but I can take that. We've got a bit of flair, we've obviously got the 5-star skills, which is always a big bonus, and we've got the 4-star weak foot. I have personally put him an 8 out of 10, and you're probably thinking that's a little bit low. He's got the 5-star, he's got a bit of pace, decent shooting, dribbling's nice, stamina, it's on the half and half for me. But I think the one thing that it is, you've got to remember he's an 84. If you're going to be using Werner, if you're going to be using, I suppose Aguero is not even the kind of the summary now, but if you compare him literally to an Mbappe, you want to be looking at the kind of the best players to compare him to. Where does he fall in that line? Does he fall behind Martial? Does he go ahead of Werner? Is he better than Jesus? That's what you've really got to look at. And I think for me, he is sitting towards the Martial Werner, but I still think I prefer them over him in terms of actual goal scoring ability. In terms of skills, I think João wins it by a landslide. He is a very, very nice skiller. Like I say, he's very nimble, very quick on the ball, and that's something that most of the strikers don't have unless you're going for the Mbappes, the Neymar as striker. They're going to be the ones that have really stepped up next level João. João has some ability, and then he has the skill. That's kind of his main attributes in my opinion. And I think 300k, it's not a bad price. He does link with Ronaldo. Obviously, that's a great link then to Messi, but we are looking for the Neymar Mbappe link, which would be someone like Gelson Martins. I know people were predicting him to go into the team of the week, which would be absolutely incredible, linking Ronaldo, Mbappe and Neymar together. That would be a team that I just don't want to come up against. In terms of generations then, I know he is only 20 years old, so he's literally only been in FIFA for 3 years. Both years, well, 1 year he managed to get team of the season, then he obviously managed to get his UCL road to the final and a summer heat plus a future star. So he had a lot of big cards in the game. Like I say here, we've got footies, we've got team of the season. Can we see more from him? Obviously with his one to watch, didn't really do anything with it. So he has got his 84 already, gone from an 81 to an 84. Where will João finish? That is what I want to know. What kind of rating can you see Felix finishing at? Take out team of the season, what in-form, performance-based, non-performance-based will he get? Let me know down below. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you like and subscribe. We are so close to 6.5k, it is unreal. We're going to be absolutely hammering out these reviews. We've still got Gnabry and we've still got Ziyech to finish, so they're already pre-done. We managed to kind of pick them all up in one team, so very, very happy to try and get them out, especially with how late it's getting. So hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you sub for the grind. I'll see you for next one.